Hey everybody, welcome back to Untold Stories Project and Monster of the Week, Order of the Penrose Triangle. We've been doing some investigating over here down in the great state of Texas. And we have just discovered some monsters in a barn that we are getting ready to have our very first combat of the season. So thanks for joining us, and we're all really excited to hop into what these little monsters here are.
Want one.
And they, when last we left off, we're gonna go take a bite on Echo, and Echo's got a special homebrew power that means that she can never be surprise attacked by a monster. So didn't happen. Uh, but now they're all out, and you can see them in what limited light you have in the barn.
Did you say how many? Sorry.
There are four of these. Uh, they're pretty small.
Well, I'm going to look for Onyx to make sure that he's not, currently in the grapples of one.
Sure. Yeah. The lights never left Onyx, the flashlight that you had.
Okay, good.
They have not yet seemed to notice Onyx. So all of them kind of descended on Echo. So they're kind of circling Echo right now. Onyx is for the moment in the clear, but there is a bright spotlight on him.
Okay.
Could
I'm going to
hold-
take that off of him then.
Yeah.
Um,
They're circling Echo, then yeah,
yeah, how
Carmine's
does-
gonna get in and make them not be circling Echo no more.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a list of his moves, and I'm not quite seeing it.
So for those of us who are new to this system too, combat is a little bit different than it would be in other
Mhm.
systems. There's no real initiative. We're just going to all be able to take a move before somebody gets to take two moves. So, and I will share that Carmine has a homebrew that I gave them as well. And with the cold-blooded status that Carmine is, he will be able to move first in initiative due to the hot environment that we are in. So there is no initiative, but Carmine will always go first because of their cold-blooded nature.
so you are cold-blooded.
Oh yeah, did I not tell you that? I swear, like, I mean, you've never seen me without this. He kind of like, he doesn't have time to really point to himself right now, but that's okay. So yeah, he's gonna I'm losing it because my sheet should have a list of moves which can be done, and I'm not. Natural attacks. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. So Carmine is gonna kind of take his hat off and sort of. He kind of does that Michael Jackson thing where he sort of tosses the hat off to the side. He doesn't go wow, but he, and he doesn't have a spotlight either. But it would look so great if he did.
I can give you one. I have the flashlight.
I'm into it actually. Just it's very smooth criminal, and
Yes.
he's going to get down, and I'm sorry for what you're about to see. He's going to lean down and grab one of them in his jaws.
Sure. Why don't you roll kick some butt for me? Is that what it's called?
It's a kick some ass.
Oh, okay. We can say that. I'm gonna say we can say that.
It's a PG-13.
Yeah.
So, just
get
don't invoke the
no,
F
never
word.
mind.
Or no, you get one F bomb. It's a PG-13. So the whole season.
Yeah, it was my bad. I already did that
Oh, did
way
you?
at the beginning.
Did
Hey,
it already
I think
go?
I told us
So
all.
sorry.
I think I
Oh,
told us all in the
man.
beginning. We're not censored, so if it
Oh.
happens, it happens. But yeah,
I
we're
was
trying to
making
stay.
So much for my meta joke. But yes.
So we see a light from Lena shift from Onyx the cat onto Carmine here as the
Yeah.
hat flies back and the illusion of a human is no more. As we see Carmine, have you described yet exactly what you look like?
Well, I've been kind of intentionally leaving it vague.
Oh,
I mean,
you can
he's-
do that too.
but like whether we're talking like full gator jaw or anything, like he is like a reptile on two legs. His mouth opens up and it's got a lot of very sharp teeth, not unlike, say, an alligator would have. So
Sure.
yeah, and as a part of that, he also has this thing called unholy strength. That so whenever he is going to kick some ass, he actually rolls plus weird instead of plus tough. So
All right, let's
so
do it.
his role is being waylaid. What an wait a minute. You know, that was a terrible roll. Yep, okay. That is a 6. That is a failure. There is
Oh
no-
no.
Yeah, I'm not doing so good.
On 2 dice, you rolled a 3. That's okay.
Wow, right?
Hey, more experience for you.
Yeah,
As
what you get when you don't get what you want.
I
as
totally
you
blinded you.
But it looked so good. Except he bit his lip. Oh no,
No.
come on.
as you go down to chomp onto this creature that we still haven't quite identified, you notice these spikes on the back of its spine, and as you chomp down, one of those spikes drives into the roof of your mouth.
Oh, like a tortilla chip.
I mean, it's think of it more.
Exactly. No, exactly
know.
like that.
You know.
Oh
Yes.
no! I was gonna say more like a porcupine quill. That is gonna go in there. You're gonna take 1 harm
Okay.
from that.
Dorito of damage.
Okay, so this is gonna sound like I'm invoking my everything proof shield, but one of the other things about Carmine is that he's immortal. He doesn't age or sicken. So when he takes harm, he suffers 1 harm less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So apparently the roof of his mouth has seen heavier action than this. Apparently.
I mean, you're so used to chomping down on bones and all that you're probably not super worried about a quill here and there.
Yeah.
So you think it'll be a problem for a minute, and it scratches, but not enough to hurt you. Okay, so that is you. Who wants to go next?
I was gonna say I think Echo's gonna probably take out a baseball bat.
Sure.
She's gonna drop those pants legs and she's gonna reach for the bat. And she's gonna yell to get their attention back at her because she doesn't know if Carmine is hurt or what the case is. She's gonna yell, "Hey!" and she's gonna swing the bat at the one that's closest to Carmine.
The one that Carmine kind of has in his mouth, or
Did you release it or did you? Because that's.
well, I mean, how yeah, it's not stuck in.
okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you like bit down and was like and
Yeah,
when you
we can
released
say-
a little
He was going
or
for like the full Jurassic Park and missed it. It didn't go so well. So yeah, he does not have it in his jaws at the moment.
okay.
Right.
Then that's the
Um,
one I'm gonna swing at.
Sure, swing away. I am going to give you a -1 for this because it's going to be in the dark.
That's fine.
Since the flashlight is going to be on Carmine and not on the animal that you're trying to hit.
Okay. I don't know what to roll.
I'm sorry. If you are rolling for the baseball bat, I believe it's kick some ass, which is a tough roll.
Okay, so just a tough roll. Oh, hold on. And you said -1?
Yeah, so we'll have a -1 to this.
Okay, so I do that in the input value.
Mhm.
Okay. Oof.
So mark that experience as your bat falls onto, you hear a thud on the ground. Didn't land.
Excellent.
But that's okay. You
If
don't know
I
what these are. Maybe they're your friends.
I
They're
want to
not your
take one
friends.
home.
Well, it's dark and we're kind of, we're all kind of panicking. Well, not panicking, but
I'm panicking because I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, someone heard Carmine. What's going on?
no, Carmine's, Carmine's,
Echo
Carmine's like
doesn't know that.
120 some years old.
Echo has no idea.
We'll have to talk about that at some point.
Yeah, she probably collected your hat that you threw aside too in mom mode.
No, it'll come back. Trust me. Well, it won't. He'll have to go get it. But I mean,
Like Indiana's hat.
It's a thing. He'll go get it.
All right, we've got Lena, we've got James.
I'm gonna call out for Onyx because I don't know where he went after I took the flashlight off of him.
Sure. That's easy enough to do. You call
I
out for
know, right?
Onyx, and I won't make you roll for that. And Onyx will, you will feel a scurry kind of up your leg, and having seen this creature, you're fairly confident that this is a cat paw and not this creature running up you
Oh, okay,
and
good.
kind of perching on your shoulder.
Okay, good.
And I won't count that as an action. You can
Okay.
you can still do something.
Can I do a hex?
Sure.
Okay.
I believe that that's a. When you cast a spell with use magic, yeah, sure. So you're gonna cast a spell then. So give me a
Yes.
weird roll. How'd you do?
11.
11?
Yep.
Awesome. So as well as the normal effects, you can pick from one of those three following. So you're gonna hit with your magic.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do the target immediately suffers.
Suffers another 2 harm. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's 2 harm, magic, ignore armor. Sounds good.
Cool.
And I am just updating that now on my character sheet for these animals. Groovy.
Does it affect all of them or just one?
So I'm treating these kind of as a group of minions.
Okay.
They're like a swarm.
Okay.
So it can, we'll say, what does your magic look like as it hits?
It kind of produces this like blue light as it like zooms at them and just kind of like hits them.
Great. Yeah. So we'll say that it kind of hits in the center of the kind of near echo and kind of explodes outwards to kind of push them all backwards, but does not, because of your very high roll, it does not engage in any kind of friendly fire.
That's good.
Sounds good. And they are hexed at this point with some additional harm. And then we've got James. Ice cream scoop in
James.
hand.
Now I have a question.
Sure, I have an answer. Maybe.
If I were to, so I want to try to use magic. It's still dark in here, right?
Yep.
So I can assume that any type of attack that I want to do is going to have a -1 or kind of a disadvantage.
I would say for you, probably not, because it's not a melee attack, unless you're looking to do a melee attack with your magic.
Okay, not a melee attack then.
Great.
I was going to try to see if I could use magic to like make a light. And if I could make a light, if I'd still be able to do something else. But since I can, okay. So I am basically going to, I'm assuming I could kind of see where Lena's hex shot.
Sure.
So I would like to kind of run forward, put myself in a position where everyone's behind me. Like put
Okay.
myself between the our group and where her hex hit. And I would like to use one of my magical attacks.
Sure. So you are going to explain to me what that magic looks like as you as you make your weird roll here. How do you cast your
So-
magic?
So I pretty much use my ice cream scoop, kind of like a magic wand. And then I assume so I know it's a little bit weird for mine. So I'm going to roll to see if pretty much I hit first, right? So that's my weird.
Yeah, so give me a
Mhm.
weird roll first.
Okay. That's a 14.
That is extremely weird.
14's
That's a
pretty
Perfect.
good.
That's a perfect 12.
Yeah. Box
Awesome.
cars.
So we
Uh,
haven't unlocked advanced successes yet. You only get
Correct.
those after you've leveled up a whole bunch of times, but
Mhm.
but this is real good and kind of out of game for a moment. Do you want to explain your homebrew?
Yeah, so originally for the spell slinger, part of my moves is I kind of pick how my magic works, whether that's a missile, a blast, a ball, a wall, and then I also get to choose like an element, so fire, ice, necromancy, like whatever. The kind of homebrew we built was I have a list of 6 different options, which include all of the elements and one of the ways that it travels. So I'm gonna roll a d6. I don't get to pick what happens. I just know that I get to make magic happen.
Yeah,
So there are 6
instead
different
of
options.
like instead of normally you would only get to pick like 2 or 3 of those different options. Instead, we gave them all to you, but it's always going to be random what actually
'Cause I'm-
happens.
Because I'm still learning how to use this magic.
I will say with your perfect score, I'm going to let you pick on a perfect score, you get to pick your type and your mode of transport.
Oh, perfect. So before I do this, I kind of think back. I focus really hard on like what the recipe book says. And I've only gotten this to work to my favor a couple times. So I'm really hoping that it works and that everything goes good. So I really focus on a hot fudge blast. So I hold out the ice cream scoop, I focus as hard as I can, and I kind of fling my wand, and just this blast of hot fudge just like coats everything in front of me. It does 4 harm.
Okay.
It's that hot.
That's a little
It's
rude.
that hot. And then it says also with my like mechanics, if I rolled more than a 10, there's the possibility it catches things on fire.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to give you a choice with your high roll here. You can
Okay.
hit 3 of them and echo.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm so sorry.
Bring it.
This says if I get a 10 plus, the fire does not spread.
Oh, okay, great.
So if I don't roll a 10, it catches on fire. But if I roll
Correct.
well, okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So your choice is still going to remain. You can hit 3 of the 4 and echo, or you can hit 2 and like by changing kind of the direction of your fudge to avoid her, but it will also avoid another.
So I can hit 3 and echo or just 2.
Correct.
I will just hit the 2.
Okay, great.
4 harm is a lot in this.
Yeah, I think people get what, 7 harm total. Like hunters
before
get 7
you
harm.
die. Yeah.
Monsters have a little bit more sometimes, but
The monsters.
cool. So that's everybody. I am going to have, they're a swarm, so I'm going to have them all just attack as one. They're gonna go, I guess, after Carmine in the light. That's what they see, despite having been blasted by other
Hey,
things.
so we're learning about them. Now we know they use light to see.
They are all going to attack each other though as they scramble to be the first to draw blood. None of them are going to be able to reach you, and you're going to be fine.
For a given value of fine.
Yeah,
Hey,
for
hey,
now.
These are vintage threads. What is this? Get out. No, he's-
Cool.
Yeah.
So that was a waste of a monster turn, but who
Heck, you
wants
know.
who wants to take another swing?
Oh, you know it.
Cool. Carmine, you always get to go first if you
Oh,
choose to,
well,
although
actually,
you
why
can
don't
hold
I,
off if you
well,
wish.
why don't I help out?
Cool.
Because that is a really that's a mechanic we haven't used yet, but also it'd be kind of cool. If Echo is going to give a SWAT to one of the, I'm having a hard time not wanting to call them puppies. That's a horrible.
No, I don't want to beat puppies.
No,
I have called them whelps on their card, if that is helpful to you.
Whelp is a little bit better. Okay, so
Oh, marginally better.
marginal.
But
Well, the card that I saw in Roll20 just called them Hugos, so maybe I should just call them Hugos.
yes, it is fair to assume these are baby versions
Hugos.
of maybe what Hugo would be.
They are Hugini. Excuse. You know what? I'm not even apologizing for that. I'm going to keep on going like that was an okay thing to say.
Awesome. Hey, I'm here for it. So you're
so the point being, I am going to assist. Echo's going to take a SWAT at one of these, and I'm just going to see if I can't grab hold of one of them and just kind of like serve it up like slow pitch style.
sure.
I think
think
it's going to be a cool roll on my part.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, nothing forward. There's a 7, a mixed success, which let me get back to my thing here. So I'm still pretty new to this too.
Your help grants them a +1 to their roll.
But I also expose myself to trouble or danger.
Yep. So you've got them.
Looks like. Yeah.
Well, what I was going to do was have it's going to inflict one more harm on you as you hold the spine.
Okay.
But you won't take it because of your immortality. So
yeah, that's just kind of working out.
Yeah.
Got that episode 1 body.
Hey. Episode 1 in the streets, episode 15 in the sheets. What does that mean?
That is the shirt. And
wow.
There it is.
This is good. So yes. So you'll be able to carry one forward into your kicking of the whelp ass.
Yep.
Excellent.
So Echo, do you want to take that swing now, or do you want to wait?
Oh, I'm gonna take that swing now.
Perfect.
So then is it a 0 then because it's dark? Or do I actually get that +1?
I'll give you the +1 because I'm going to say as Carmine holds this whelp down for you, Lena still has the light on Carmine. So it'll be on the creature as well. Did I see mixed success there?
Yes.
Cool. So you will inflict, and I think with your bat, it's 2 harm. Am I right when I say that?
I don't know because I don't see it on my sheet.
That's okay.
It's not on my sheet.
So if you go to other gear, I think I added it in there under.
Oh, I'm so sorry you did.
No,
yeah,
that's
2.
okay. So 2. So you clock this whelp, and it hits it, but it looks like it doesn't hurt it as much as you thought it would. Um, it looks like it might have some resistance to things that are non-magical or non supernatural. So a baseball bat, while you smacked it with it, it took a little bit of damage, but it didn't take 2 harms worth.
Oh no.
Hmm.
It's got that pesky supernatural armor.
Oh, dang it.
Cool. So that is Carmine and Echo. We've got our two magic people in the dark. Who wants to go next?
Go for it.
Okay. I mean, I kind of hold my necklace because it worked so well the first time, and I say, "Thank you, Grandpa. Let's go one more time." And I want to do the same thing where I kind of like put myself in a position where people are behind me in case anything goes wrong. And I want to do another magical attack. If it'll let me. Oh, it'd help if I come over here. Maybe. There we go. All right. Ooh, interesting. Does a 5 work? No, it
A
doesn't.
5 does not work. A 5's a big old failure.
Ooh, yeah.
So
that's,
magic is cool when it works and kind of not cool when it doesn't work. Why don't you mark that experience for yourself
Mm-hmm.
and roll your d6 for me, and let's see what kind of magic you get hit with instead of.
Is that what we agreed on?
I don't know that we agreed on it so much as I told you that that's how it was going to go.
Oh, okay. So a 5, I rolled a 5, which is, and it's according to my magic, like what I would have.
Sure.
So I hit myself with a whipped cream missile.
Yes, but it's going to take half of the damage. So you're only going to take
Cool.
half of your damage.
So it takes one, I take 1 harm, but it's also forceful. So I project myself backwards.
Sure.
oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not even the magic that hurts you. What happens is, you know, those whipped cream canisters that
Like a whipped
It's-
cream canister in space.
Yeah,
Oh
it-
no.
like-
Myself backwards.
or like it's at the very end, and so it just instead it like explodes whipped cream and it pushes you backwards, and the force of you slamming kind of into one of these support beams is gonna hit you for one of your harms here as you are, and let's say that you are
Cool,
prone
cool.
as well. So you are now down on the ground.
Ugh. Yeah, I just as I do that, I just did something super cool with this hot fudge, and I'm like, let's go again, and I do it, and I just go, hello.
Yeah, you know. Drunk on your own power. It happens like that.
Yeah, from a 12 to what, a 2? Is that what you rolled to get a 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Cool. So that leaves Lena.
Yeah, so Lena's gonna do the hex again as,
Sure.
something flies past her real quick. Okay. And 8, mixed success.
Great. So you will still, I believe, get one of those options on a mixed success.
I'm gonna do the target immediately suffers.
Okay. And again, I'm going to give you a choice here because it's a mixed success. You can either hit all of them as well as Carmine and Echo, or you can only hit 2 of them.
I'm
to
gonna go
avoid
with
damage.
2 of them.
Okay, great. So that's 2, and it ignores armor, and it's magical.
Right.
Coolio.
That's
So
a great move.
these I will say, because it's a mixed success though, as it happens, it's going to shock you as well. Some of that blue is going to stay on your hands. You're going to suffer 1 harm as it kind of eats away at your hands. Because in Magic, mixed success can impact you as well.
Yep.
So, so that happens for you. And we are back to these whelps' turns. They're not having a great time.
They're
And I
not
will
having
say,
a great time.
I will say, as you
Oh, wait,
hit
okay.
them, Lena, is there anything special about this, or does it look exactly the same as the last?
It's the exact same, just
Cool.
2 of them instead of all of them.
Yep. And the 2 that you hit, they go down. They're done. They're out. So you've got one kind of in the clutches of Carmine, and then you've got one kind of still scurrying around here. Gonna roll something real fast. Don't mind the keeper making rolls.
That's a lot of roll.
Yeah. So that was to escape you,
Oh, I see.
Carmine. So the one does succeed in escaping you, and the 2 that are left are going to burrow. They're going to dig under the ground, and you don't see them anymore.
Oh. So there are so there was the 2 that did not go down. They've gone down.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. So there are no visible enemies at this moment.
At least done live.
And
Well, that's a disappointment. I thought we were just starting to get along.
Yeah, you wait for 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes go by.
From the back, I go, yeah, you better run.
Yeah, you ow.
2 minutes pass, and I say, you better run.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, we will say that you are out of the combat for now.
Yeah. If they want to come back, they can. I'm not issuing them an invitation, but I mean,
So we're still in the dark. You've got a flashlight. You've got some eggshells. You've got some whelp remains. They're pretty cindered, but they're there.
Can I gather like some of the cindered, like burnt? Like I could harvest some ash.
I mean, yeah, you could. Can you say in a different way what you're trying to do? Are you just trying to collect ash?
Like a spine. I just didn't know if they like poof.
Oh no. I mean, there are bodies there. You didn't set them on
Oh.
fire, right? So
Gotcha. Yeah,
they're
they're just
just-
covered in chocolate.
yeah, they're
This is a very precarious situation here.
Cool.
No, I mean,
I
actually,
know-
this is literally a very precarious situation.
Melted
I
chocolate.
for sure want to collect some of the eggshells
okay.
and
Carmine will
then
just
be
stand
like,
here.
we should check out that dog show.
Yes.
Cool. So you're taking some of the eggshell. Did you take one of the whelp bodies?
I didn't take I see if I can like take one of the spines, like snap a spine off, maybe.
A little gruesome, but okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to do.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
In regards to the ones that are still missing, is there a way to set like a magical trap so that if they come back?
Sure. I think that is one of your abilities in use magic.
Okay.
So I know that's all on the second page, and
Okay, I'll look.
Yeah, you can trap a monster.
So you could set a trap with using your weird to
Yeah.
so why don't you give me a weird roll?
Okie dokie. That is a 6. So a failure.
Bummer. But you get to mark experience as some more blue, the blue kind of now that was on your hand starts creeping up a little bit more. You'll suffer one more harm, but you'll get to mark experience.
Oh, good. Okay. Maybe you're better at traps.
Echo's going to check out or check on, sorry, Lena to make sure that her hands are okay, and also check James to see if when he flew back, if make sure he's not concussed or anything.
Sure.
And then also check on Carmine and be like, "Hey, open your mouth. Are you okay?"
Well, actually, the Carmine's currently, well, he's got like he's got these kind of, Carmine suffers from a curse called Pure Drive, specifically hunger. So like these things on the ground covered in hot fudge, he's basically trying not. He's just having to try really hard not to just chomp one of them.
Yeah, why don't you give me a
Which is
cool roll?
all kinds of grotesque. It's
Well,
an
who
act
knows
under
if they're
pressure
poisonous?
roll.
Oh,
that?
act under pressure.
Yeah,
Who knows
which
if
is
they're
a cool roll.
poisonous?
I hope they're not.
I mean, I
But-
do too.
But yeah, act under pressure with, yes, it is with QL. Nothing forward. Please let this roll be all right. This roll was relatively all right.
Yeah.
It's a 9, a mixed success. I'm not sure.
I,
This is-
oh, sorry.
well, I'm not sure how this one is a mixed success.
Yeah, I think you're good. You're not gonna chow down on anything. But
It's
you
like a-
definitely are starting to experience some hunger,
Like-
some hunger pangs here. It's starting to,
So he's like,
you haven't eaten in a while.
I'm gonna go find my hat.
And off you go.
That abruptly, he has to get away. He gets away from them.
Easy enough to do to find your hat.
Yes.
And I assume that you're gonna take a step outside probably once you do that.
Yep, that's gonna be enough of that. Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else doing anything?
It's the hot fudge, you know.
I don't think I am. I think I just want to go investigate that dog show. And what's the son's name?
Gary.
Gary. Go find Gary and Hugo.
Yeah, I'd like to. We should have some words with Gary.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Are you exiting with the spine and the eggshells?
Yes.
Cool. Melinda will, as you guys come out, you will see that she's rushing over to the barn. She will say, I heard a ruckus and I came running as quick as I could. Is everything all right?
Can you describe this ruckus, please?
Well, there was a loud
Just
bang, like someone flew into a wall, and
Yeah, we got him good.
This
We got him so good.
100% a Breakfast Club reference, but that's okay.
I heard 1,000 voices cry out and then be satiated with hot fudge.
is there anything I can do? Is there trouble in the barn? And you'll see she tries to like push past you.
Do you
I
have
let
any
her.
bear traps?
Bear traps? Is
Oh, I
there a
guess
bear in
something
the barn?
No, maybe something smaller. Like raccoon traps, cat traps.
I'm sure I got some mouse traps somewhere. We
Do you have
normally use them in the
1,000
house.
mousetraps?
Well, no, I'd have to go to the hardware store for something like that.
Do you think you could drop us off at the pet store on your way to the hardware store?
Well, sure. I guess. I don't know that you'll all fit in my car.
Oh. Fortunately,
Carmine,
we
have you
brought our
put
own.
have you put your hat back on?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
I mean,
great.
his hat was still inside the barn. You know,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Then she won't freak out about seeing what you look like.
I'm pleased to hear that.
Yeah, it'll be a tight squeeze, but y'all can probably fit in my SUV.
Shotgun.
No, just a pistol, thanks.
Cool. Anything else that we want to do while we are here? Melinda will kind of look at you quizzically, looking at these eggshells.
I'd like to think I put the egg. I put the eggshells like in a pocket. I'm not just like walking around like
Oh, okay.
with the
Okay.
spike and eggshell going. I like tuck the. I have the eggshells like in my pants pocket, well, my shorts pocket, and then I have my spine like kind of tucked in the vest. But before we leave, I would like to get my jacket and my
Pants
oh,
legs back.
Echo has them.
Yeah.
As long as we don't leave them at this crazy farm, I don't care who has them. As long as they come with us.
Cool. Easy enough to do. You can all kind of clown car your way into this SUV, and Melinda will start driving you over to the pet store. Is there anything that I need to know about what's going on? You're starting to scare me a little bit.
Just stay out of the barn until we get back, okay?
Well, do we need the 1,000 mouse traps then?
No,
Probably not
No.
Not the worst idea. Financially, probably not great.
O-
But I
Okay.
can tell you that Hugo is probably a bad boy.
Yeah. He's not a good dog.
Well, should I go with you then to the pet store?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think she should stay by herself at the farm. That would not be a good idea.
Okay. Well,
Fair enough.
okay, great. I'll go with you, and we'll get Gary, and we'll get Hugo, and if he has to go, to a pound or somewhere, I'll drop him off, or we can try and figure out how to train him better, or
Oh, he'll go to a pound, all right.
Give Carmine a fist bump.
Beat
Beat me to it. You beat me to it.
Somebody had to.
and it is a relatively quiet, if not awkward, ride to the pet store. As Melinda, who's used to carting around, young boys who play soccer, is now carting around for adults
Who play soccer?
who
She's-
may or may not play soccer.
She's not
Uh,
a soccer mom.
virtual
She's a triangle
soccer.
mom.
so
Triangle mom. Triangle mom. Why?
easy enough to get to the pet store. And there are big balloons, and there's a big banner that says pet show today, all of that. And right outside the door, you will see a man who I am sending to you now.
Ooh, he's cute, actually.
His vest is too short.
That's what you think.
Well, that's not his only problem. That is Bruce, and he is a pain in the where, she will say as she gets out of her car. He's only here to make fun of all of the dogs. He signed up to be one of them judges.
A judge that makes fun of dogs. Melinda, that is hilarious.
And as you guys walk up to the store, Bruce will be there, and he's looking at all of you up and down, and he says, I am sorry, but you cannot come in here unless you got a ticket.
I say, "I've got your ticket right here, bud." And I like pull out my ice cream scoop, tap it on my hand.
Do we have badges or anything?
Why don't you roll manipulate someone? I think that's a charm roll.
Is this charm? Hey, I'm an ice cream man. I'm so charming.
For a given value of charm. Yeah, we're into it.
That's an 11.
But it works.
Oh.
You know.
I am so charming.
Oh my
Oh.
God, is that the Scoopatron 3000?
What is this roll? Okay. Fine. All right. I mean, I didn't realize that we were expecting vendors to be here. I didn't know we were having ice cream for the event, but yeah, you can go on in and set up wherever you need. Are these people all with you, or?
They are. We actually, Gary had us all brought in from New York. Could you tell us where Gary is?
Gary, the 11-year-olds hired ice cream for the whole event.
He
Well,
sure did. He sure did.
He
Of
is quite the little
course.
go-getter.
Yep.
Well, that sounds like bribery to me. I'm gonna have to dock him some points, I think, when we see that pup of his. But yeah, sure. Gary should be in the back with all of the other people and their pets.
All right. Thanks, Bob. It was Bob, right?
No.
Okay, Bob. And then I go
It's
to the back.
he was like, it's Bruce. Okay, have yourself a perfect day.
I murder Bruce.
Oh, I forgot
Don't
to
do it
tell
with
you,
hot fudge this time.
the name of the store is Perfectly Perfect. So
No.
yeah.
How-
Yes. So let's see. What else can I tell you? So the inside of the store is exactly what you would expect of a pet store. You've got treats, you've got beds and all that stuff, and it's all kind of been moved into the front of the store, so that there's kind of a stage and a cat/dog walk for this event. And then, kind of in the back is a little curtained area where they're keeping all of the pets and all of the handlers and all of that. So you'll see over by that curtain is another human. She's kind of running around. She is trying to get everything ready for the event, and she looks like this.
Oh my God. So she
Oh.
does.
Ugh.
I already know what
She should do theater.
I already know what she's gonna sound like.
Yeah, so
Bless your heart.
yes, so
Bless your
Melinda
heart.
Melinda will turn over and she will say, and that is Leanne Gloop. She's one of the other judges here. I don't know too much about her. She doesn't live anywhere near here, but she seems friendly enough. I mean, with that hair of hers, she clearly knows what she's doing.
Oh my
Hello,
God.
Leanne.
I just go, "Hey, Gloop."
You will see her startle a little bit, and she'll turn around and kind of acknowledge you, and then go back to setting up some folding chairs and things for the audience.
She seems cool.
Yeah, she does.
All right. We're still not in the back. We can't see Gary still.
Nope. I mean, you hear rustling and stuff from back there, but
Can we just just in the chaos of people running around, just kind of sneak back there?
Can I send Onyx back there?
sure,
There
you
we
can send
go.
Onyx that way.
Yeah, let's send Onyx that way.
Sure. Onyx will happily leap off of your shoulder and start looking around. So Onyx will kind of sneak past that curtain, and you will see nothing for a minute or two, and then you'll hear a really loud hiss and kind of a high like noise. Um,
A
and
wobble wobble.
Onyx
Yeah,
will
sorry about
dart.
that. I had tacos.
How do you spell that?
It is Lubu. No. Uh, Onyx will shoot out of the curtain, and there will be kind of like a Hanna-Barbera like kerfuffle kind of thing going on back there
God, I heard the
Um,
exact sound. Oh, dear God.
as as Onyx darts out, and then a massive version of what you saw in the barn hops out, chasing Onyx.
Awesome.
And then you'll hear you'll hear from the other side, you'll hear a little boy's voice go, "Hugo, come back!"
Oh no, we're gonna break this boy's heart. This is so sad.
He's old enough. It's fine.
He he should know better.
Poor kid.
And now you have this massive creature who no one's taken the time to identify yet. So so we don't know what it is, but it's here.
Wait, so do we have people back there that like we can contact that's like, hey, by the way, this is what we found?
So Penny did give you her number
Oh, that's
before
right.
you left.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for a reason probably.
We probably should have done that before we rushed off. We're still learning the ropes. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
This is why we don't work together.
It's our first day. It's our first
Yeah.
day. Like they're bound to expect some casualties. It's not. It's okay.
But now you've got a very large dog chasing Onyx. It's knocking over all of these chairs that Miss Gloop spent all of this time setting up. She just throws her clipboard down, and she is not having it.
I'd
can
like to
see that.
investigate a mystery. How did he get that dog in here?
How? Yeah.
That's
Sure.
what I want to know.
Roll me an investigate a mystery.
Oh, I was mostly kidding.
Well,
I want to know. So if you're not rolling,
Okay.
I'll roll.
How much? I'm.
Investigate a mystery is what? Sharp?
Yeah.
Ooh, a mixed success.
a mixed success is enough for this. You see a little leash attached to Hugo that apparently Hugo has gotten free from Gary. But yeah, he was on a leash. He's got a collar. It's got this like little, I want to call it like a bright green like orb or sphere in the center of that collar. And he's just racing around. You know, you hear some other contestants being like, "That ugly dog is gonna murder that cat. This is not gonna be good."
I would like to take a moment and read a bad situation, if I may.
Sure.
This is feeling like yes, this does feel like a very bad situation, an extremely bad situation.
Sure.
So that is a sharp. That's an 8, a mixed success.
So you get to ask me one of those 6 questions.
Yes, and the question that Carmine is going to ask, well, what is the best way to protect the victims? Because there's going to be some.
Yeah, the best way to protect the victims is going to be to isolate the monster.
Okay. Good to know. Okay, so actually, yeah, Carmine needs to share this with everybody. So, well, we have to see if we can cut Hugo off from everybody else before he gets somebody killed.
Okay, so question.
Mhm.
Can James and I use our magic to like kind of like not harness but like corral him?
Sure. Yeah, if
Kinda
you
thing.
can, you have one of the use magic features is that trap that you tried earlier, so you can definitely try that. I think you also have something that says you can bar entry for
Okay,
a specific type of creature.
cool. Can we like just one person, both of us,
Are you?
Either one of you.
What's your weird?
2?
So is mine. So I guess if you roll, I could probably help. My cool is 0. What's your
Right.
cool?
0.
Okay,
But if you
so
you
one of
help
us
out
could
and-
roll
yeah.
and one could help out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. How about you roll the magic and
Okay.
I can roll the help?
Okay.
So why don't you roll? Okay, we've got a
Roll
hard
success.
success.
At 10.
Interesting snake guys.
You are not paying
Snake-
attention to me. It's
Snake
fine.
eyes.
Great. So with your failure there, James, I'm going to say that you are trying to. Your wall is cookie, right?
Yeah.
That's like your magical spell. So you start summoning. You start summoning like a chocolate chip cookie, and midway through, the
I
magic,
want one.
the magic kind of
Yeah.
fizzles, right? And so there's just a cookie there, and now Hugo is very interested in you and this cookie.
Perfect.
Oh,
That's good though.
Perfect.
This is-
But
well, that's
but
good.
Lena, you do not need that help. You are able to explain to me what magic are you trying to trap Hugo, or are you trying to bar him from being able to get somewhere?
Oh, you're on mute.
just stop him from like chasing.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna say that's probably a trap then, so that he's confined to kind of one area. What does that look like in your magical sense?
You're muted again.
Gosh dang it. Sorry. It's gonna be kind of just like a it almost looks like in comic books, like when you have like the invisible fence, like the electrocuted fence, and it's red, like almost lasery, but not actually lasery. If that made sense.
Sure. Yep. So we've got, and you want it to be red instead of your blue for this one?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. So we've got this red kind of laser cage kind of working its thing. Hugo stops chasing Onyx, still has eyes on this cookie, but as Hugo's leaping, is not able to get to it.
I feel his pain.
Glad I could help.
And what was the kid's name?
Gary, and you see
Gary?
Gary.
Where is Gary?
Gary is very upset that Hugo has escaped and is chasing Hugo, running towards him at this moment.
So wait, is he trapped though? Not is Hugo trapped?
Hugo is trapped, but I will say that doesn't stop people from entering Hugo's trapped space.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to go for the kid
Okay.
to get him out of the, unless somebody else wanted to do something
Sure.
else?
Give me an act under pressure roll.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to let Melinda help you.
Okay.
So add a +1 to your roll.
Okay. What do I roll? Where is that?
Act under pressure, I think, is cool.
Okay. Cool. And a +1 for that.
Oh yes, because help.
Yeah, Melinda's gonna help you out.
Okay. Mixed success. A 7.
So I will say, Melinda will say, now Gary, you get over here. This something's going on, and this doesn't look like a good situation. And you are able to get to Gary before he passes that threshold. But in order to do that, because of your mixed success,
Yeah.
you are now inside of the threshold with Hugo.
All right. It's better than the kid being there.
Yep.
Oh, and so everybody.
And everybody
Oh,
else is kind of in a panic. All our bystanders, except for the named ones, are going to make their way to the nearest exit as quickly as they can. You see Leanne Gloop is just going to start shuffling people out, and at a certain point she's going to save herself instead of others and exit midway through that group.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, we never got to play with her. That's too bad.
That's okay.
She's probably the big bad. It'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll show up in a sequel.
Hugo's much more interesting to play with right now.
Yeah. So we don't have any bystanders to really worry about except for Gary and Melinda.
Okay, so that's good. Then yeah, like it's.
But they're outside of the zone and safe, though, right?
Correct, Melinda and.
As long as he stays in his trap there.
Yep. I will say that I think everybody's made a move now.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give Hugo his move since there's someone in there. Echo, why don't you make an act under pressure roll for me?
Okay, and that was cool.
Act under pressure is a cool.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, success of 11.
You see this creature look into your eyes, and it's kind of crawling at the back of your mind. But you're able to shake it off. You have seen too many things in your past to be hypnotized by this stare. So this monster, my monsters have not been able to do much today, but that's okay.
It's okay. One hit
We're at
KO.
episode.
Bring it.
Great. So we are back around to Carmine.
Well, yeah, then well, hey, especially as the bystanders have gone, he's not gonna do the same MJ move, but yeah, he's gonna go ahead and give since Hugo is busy with Echo, Carmine is going to sneak up behind, and he's literally gonna be a bite in the ass. Like he's just gonna try and just like just like kind of try and grab him and lay into him.
Sure. Give me that kick
That's
some
a
ass
kick some
roll.
ass roll. How could this go wrong? It's a mixed success with a 7.
Awesome. And I think that's 3 harm, or is it 4?
It is 3. The bite is 3 harm. I guess.
Okay.
What is but I believe what happens on a mixed success? I don't recall.
So you would be exposed to something of this creature as well.
So yeah, we inflict harm upon each other. Okay.
Yes. So this creature is not going to Hugo is not going to inflict harm on you. Instead, it's going to let out another noise, and you start feeling beneath the ground a little bit of rumbling.
Oh no.
as
okay.
two of your previous friends have made their way
Well, at least they're the small ones.
back to their mother.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, we've been assuming Hugo's gender this whole time.
Uh,
And that will be that's instead of inflicting harm. So
Well, I probably could have dealt with the harm, but sure, bring the kids. We'll make a day of it. It'll be great.
Sure. Who's next?
I want to blast these things with magic again.
Okay.
I want to go for the little ones.
Sure.
So again, kind of set me up. I still have. Never mind. Okay. Let me roll. I just want to murder the dogs. Like, is this so much? Ooh, that's a 12.
Ooh.
Awesome. So you get to pick your magic style.
I
Oh
get to
no,
pick
that's
again?
not a true 12, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. It's not a nat 12.
It'd
It's
be
a 10.
10.
Okay. Yeah. So the magic works real well, but it's still going to be wild. So
So roll a d6.
yep. And if it's a 3 or whatever your wall is, you can re-roll since you rolled high.
So I rolled a 6. A 6 is my paper straw of necromancy. So I'm going to.
Hello, new favorite phrase in the English language.
So I inflict 1 harm to this small swarm of creature. And as I do so, I also gain a point of health.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Your ice cream scoop turns into a giant straw and you suck through this straw life. And as you suck in that life, you can also get all of the aspects of this creature and know that it is a chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Okay. Perfect. So
I'm sorry. Let me tell you
completely-
about the chupacabra. It needs constant feeding, so it's at a minus attack if it is hungry. The mother will defend all of her children to the death, and chupacabras take additional harm from fire damage.
Oh, interesting.
So you super hurt the chupacabra babies earlier.
Nice.
But that's what you're able to with your super hard success. You gain your harm back, and you learn all about the chupacabra.
I like to think this is the first time this type of magic has ever happened, and I start freaking out. I'm like, guys, I think I'm a chupacabra.
What is the plural of chupacabra anyway? Would it be chupacabri?
Why not?
Chupacabros? We're chupacabros now?
Hey,
Yeah.
chupacabros. What are we doing?
Oh my God.
No.
All
So many
right.
T-shirts are going to be born from this one episode.
Cool. So who is next here?
Well, do you relay the information about the fire? Because
It hurts when fire's at me.
Oh yeah. Mm.
It's hungry and it hates fire.
Oh, how it feels.
then I'm going to go ahead and try to hex
Sure.
Hugo. 11. So success.
Awesome. Tell me what your extra thing is that you're doing with your hex.
My extra thing.
I you get to choose like the special harm or like the disease, right?
Oh.
I will say one of your diseases can be hunger, like ravenousness, if you want
Oh,
it
good.
to be.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
Do
So
that.
it'll still take the one that your normal magic does, and then it'll also be hungry. which gives it minus to health and it gives it minus to its attack.
The
So
one or the two?
it'll just be one if you choose to also disease it.
Okay, cool.
It would be two if you didn't choose, if you chose the two part.
Nope. Hunger is good.
Cool.
When
Awesome.
you do that, I just go, mother, mother, no.
Blood, mother.
Mother, no?
God, no, mother.
And Echo, how about you?
So Echo's probably just gonna like kind of look around to see what other people are doing, make sure they're okay. She knows that she can't physically harm this creature. Would I guess would I be able to like, I don't know, try to like, I'll just attack one of the babies.
Okay.
How wrong could that go, right?
I mean, we'll find out.
Excellent. Let me knuckle sandwich a baby.
Sure.
Hold-
Chupacabra.
I'm sorry. Chupa, yeah, that
My
thing.
chupacabra brethren.
Yeah. I want one. They're so cute.
I don't suppose we could keep this chupacabra brief.
Hey.
Are the
Okay.
chupacabra weak to puns?
We can only hope.
They
Okay, so-
aren't, but your keeper is. So oh, super success.
Super
Oh.
success.
Oh my gosh.
Blue. It's the
Super
first one I got.
Yeah.
So, oh, of course it does one harm because brass knuckles.
That is okay because that is all that you needed. I'm gonna say it's not magical, so 1 divided by 2 is a half, but that rounds up to 1. So that was enough to get this already scorched chupacabra done.
Nice.
Yeah. So so no worries about that one. It goes down. You've still got 1 baby chupacabra and you've got Hugo who's trapped. Hugo is going to see that you just knocked out one of its babies and is going to lunge at you. It's going to
That's
take
fair.
some damage though as it runs into the wall that it cannot pass, the trap. Hugo is not looking super happy right now. The other chupacabra is famished and is going to go after the smallest thing in the room, which is Gary.
No, not Gary.
Oh no, Gary.
Wow.
Not the child who raised it.
So the chupacabra is going to jump out and strike Gary
Aw.
with its fangs, and Gary is going to he's going to be hurt real bad.
Oh no.
And you
Echo's gonna
see
feel awful.
you see some like black like veininess coming out of the bite as the chupacabra sinks its teeth into the forearm of this little boy who screams out in pain. And now it's back to Carmine.
Well, but that, well, protect someone is not really an option at this point. I mean, kind of the only thing I got in my wheelhouse is I've got to try and wrestle this stupid Hugo just into some kind of position where she can't. No, wait a minute. You said it was Big Hugo who? No, I'm sorry. It was one of the little Hugos who went after Gary. That's right. Okay. Yeah, Carmine's too busy with Mom then. So yeah, we're still wrestling with her.
Mom, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, he's just gonna try and get a really good grip and just kind of wrestle her down if he can. If he has to get a bite into her, that's a Gator thing.
Sure.
So it's
Sure.
just going to be a roll to kick some ass.
Yep.
Or bite it, or That actually was not how I wanted that to come out. Yeah, so it comes out an 8, a mixed success.
Cool. So you will inflict 3 more
Mhm.
onto Hugo's looking hurt,
Yeah.
super unhappy.
But Hugo gets to inflict harm upon me too.
Yes, and Hugo is a little bit different than her babies.
Yeah.
Hugo is going to inflict 3 harm on you, so 2 because of your
Yeah.
immortality. And if you can roll under pressure for me, or act under pressure for me.
Yeah, and that is just a cool, I believe. That's not good.
Hey, so you get to
That
mark
is-
some experience. So what
There's a lot
happens
of rolls
here is you bite, and in a mongoose-esque way,
Yeah.
it is able to kind of whip around, and while it's still in your claws or in your mouth, bite your
Yeah.
snout, and
Ah.
you see some black kind of veins kind of roll through your snout as you are now poisoned.
That's not nice.
Yeah. And that will ignore armor, just so you know.
Yeah.
Cool. Who is up next?
How does poisoning work in this
Chupacabra.
system?
I made a poison rule for the Chupacabra, so you don't know.
Aha.
Perfect.
It is
Thought
it
I'd
is
ask.
considered a disease for I think what you're asking, James.
Okay. Can I run over? Well, I was gonna help Gary, but I think I'd rather help Carmine. Can I roll to try to use magic to cure or neutralize a poison
Yes.
on Carmine? Cool. And I have I almost said the feat. I have the move of a practitioner that allows me to have a +1 to neutralizing a poison.
Sure. So you can add 2 to that forward roll.
Add 2.
Yeah, there should be a window after you hit weird that says like a forward.
I think it's just +1.
Oh, I'm sorry, 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Why don't you re-roll that
I have
And-
never.
and add the 1 manually? That might have been a glitch.
'Cause
In
that was
the,
wacky. Yeah.
I was like,
there's no way
how
you
did
can
I-
roll a 0. The lowest I
I
think
was
you can
like,
roll
how
is a
can I
5.
roll? Let me try again. Yeah, I'll just roll. We'll do nothing for the forward and we'll add a 1 to, yeah. Cool. So I got a 6. Still a
Yeah.
failure.
So you get to mark experience. Nothing bad is going to happen to you here. There's no reason that healing magic would misfire and hurt you. So,
Cool.
but
I just
but
go,
the
"Yep,
poison
that's
does not
that's a
go away.
poison."
Well, that's not going to be fun. That's not much fun. But that's okay.
We got Lena and we got Echo.
Oh. I'll actually wait. If you want to go first, Lena.
I was gonna say I don't think technically I can heal anybody.
I will say if you use magic, the trap will drop.
Yeah.
I just know I was gonna go to see if the kid was okay and try to get the thing off of him.
Sure. Why don't you act under pressure for me there?
Okay, and
And you can add +1 to your roll as Melina will help you, or Melinda. Cool.
10.
Yeah, I will say that you are not only able to wrestle out this Chupacabra from Gary, you are also able to throw it inside the trap with Hugo.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Do I need to roll again to keep the trap up?
Nope.
Okay. then I'm just gonna keep the trap up.
No, yeah, but if you were to choose to do something else, it would stop the trap.
Okay.
I think that's if Lena's gonna hold, then it'll go back to Hugo and the baby chupacabra. The baby chupacabra, they'll both leap or try and leap through this barrier. The baby will fall from this. It was on its last leg, and the mom is looking pretty rough. Hugo's still in there, but also kind of restrained by Carmine's jaws.
Hugo, you are a terrible mother.
And we're back to Carmine.
Yeah, we've got to. I mean, it's he's just kind of in this weird death grip. And we're going to wrestle it down, or it's going to kill us. One of those things is going to happen.
Yeah, I will say that you
Probably the
watch
first one.
Melinda rush Gary out of the
Yeah.
Oh, thank
out
God.
of the
So one last try. We're gonna just try and roll her over, and I swear I better be able to. This better be all right. Well,
It's all that you're gonna need.
Yeah, I was actually at this point getting annoyed enough to be like, I'm gonna to think about spending a luck point, but I don't think I'm gonna do it for that.
No, you won't need to, because
Yeah.
before it'll be able to retaliate, you will have
Yeah.
chomped the back of
Just
its
like-
spine.
Just like, yeah, that's a pretty ugly little scene. His suit does not look very good.
You will take one more harm from poison.
Okay, and that one does ignore armor. So
That
oh,
one
yeah.
ignores armor.
Is it armor? Let me double check. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, he actually does. I don't know. The immortal move says that when you suffer harm, you suffer one harm less. But
Oh,
is
okay,
that-
then you
if that's
won't.
meant to be armor, or if he just doesn't
No.
sicken.
No, it's meant to be armor. So
Oh,
you
bomb.
your immortality kind of shrugs off this poison, and you see kind of the black slowly subside. You
Oh,
do
alright.
hear both Gary and Melinda still wailing outside, but for all of our purposes, we are out of combat.
Good. Now I can go pretend to look like I'm human again before anybody else comes in the room.
So that means that kid's poisoned, though, right?
Mhm.
How can we help him?
Can I try to heal him? Like, can I try to neutralize the poison on him?
Yeah, you race out there. He's broken into sweats. He has at this point fallen unconscious. Breathing is very shallow.
That's an 11 plus 1, 12.
You save him.
Oh, thank God.
He only had one harm left. So next round he would have been down. But yeah, you are able to extract that poison out of him. Still unconscious, but you hear ambulances kind of wailing in the background. So you're pretty sure he'll be okay in the condition that you left him in.
Sweet.
Is everybody else okay?
You don't see anybody else. So they have all
mean-
fled the scene.
I mean, my people, my triangle people.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, we're not dead.
Oh. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just wanting to make sure that everybody was like hit point wise was good and healthy, happy triangle people.
Well,
Was Carmine's poison neutralized? Did we get?
yeah, the poison didn't really
Oh,
do
okay.
much to Carmine.
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay. Just
Yeah.
want to make sure.
Cool. So yeah, everything is kind of wrapped up. You know, the pet store is kind of in disarray, but you do have these bodies of these things, and you know that we're trying to keep this as under wraps as possible. So
Could we? I assume we're going back to New York. Could I, if possible, sneak one of the babies into a pet carrier to take back to New York for Penny to study.
Sure. Yeah, you definitely can. And I will say that you are smart enough to know that you'll probably need a dog collar. So you can take Hugo's dog collar off of him and put it
Perfect.
on this creature.
Sweet. So I put the creature in the carrier and I throw the eggs. I get rid of the spine I had, throw the eggshells in there. This is just going to be a nice little present for Penny to look over.
Cool. And just because we're going a little bit over, I'll yada yada us a little bit through this so that it's easy enough. Let's say that we hot fudge Hugo so that he kind of disintegrates a little bit. Melinda is super happy and thankful and grateful that that everything's okay. The doctors assure her that Gary's going to be fine from the poison. It seems to have, been there, and then all of a sudden it wasn't, as if by magic. Weird. And you guys are able to make your way back to New York. Job well done. And as you get there, yeah, Penny will take the stuff. She'll be sad that you didn't call her and let her know. She might have been a little bit more helpful, but she'll just say for next time, you've always got her phone number. And
Still
And-
As long as Lena doesn't wash her hands.
yeah, and Russell will express interest in the next adventure as soon as everybody's ready. Anything else that anybody wants to do as we wrap up this very first adventure of ours?
I'm just going to call Sunday and say, hey, I'm back in town. How many days have passed?
We'll say it was probably 4, 5. You weren't too wrong. 2 days there, a day, taking care of
days back.
something, 2 days back.
Time passes.
And how much
usually
do
in
we get paid?
Texas.
You'll the check hasn't cleared yet, but once it does, you'll see that there's $2.5 grand for everybody.
Nice.
That's going to be a lot of quarters for the arcade.
Yeah, it was a job well done. Nobody died, and nobody knows about what happened. Really, nobody has clear answers. Just an ugly dog got loose and had to be taken care of. So
We
job
should
well
have asked
done.
Gary where he got the dog. Next time.
Next time,
Yeah,
you could write a letter maybe to Gary.
Oh yeah, write a letter and maybe he'll actually get a real dog. He
Dear
deserves
Gary,
it.
how are you? I am fine. Where did you find your dog?
Cool. So if nothing else, I think that's a really great place to end this adventure. Thank you so much, players. Thank you so much, everybody who was watching for checking us out today. This was a really fun first foray into this game, and I'm really glad that we did it. What else can I say? There's some stuff about finishing an adventure that we will do off screen so that we don't bore you with XP and stuff like that. But what else? I want to give everybody else another chance to say who they are and where else we can find them and anything they want to plug. And then we will say farewell for the evening. Let's start again with Andy.
Oh, well, that's funny because I don't really have anything that I am unpluggable. So hi, I've been Andy. No, not that one. No, I have like no social media presence and just generally kind of like avoid responsibility as much as possible. So thanks for watching.
Awesome. And Liz?
I have an online presence-ish. I do pet portraits, like I said, and cupcakes, only if you're local to my area though. So, but I post, what I do every once in a while on the USP channel. So through Alex, usually.
Cool. And Dallas?
Yeah, I am on Twitter. I believe my handle is Dally Salad. My name is Workshirt Blackout. You can also find me on YouTube and Spotify. I have a show called The Dallas Show. You can check that out.
And Savi.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say. If you're interested to see any of my art, it's mostly on Instagram. It's at PerplexedPD. If you can remember that long, phrase. If not, that's fine. Whatever. But I had a lot of fun playing with all you guys, and yeah.
Awesome. And again, I am Will. I'm here at USP, so that's where you can check me out and all of the other fun stuff that happens. We've got Something Something Dragons, our podcast that drops on Friday. We've got Nether War on Monday. We've got the finale, I think, of Born of Rage, if I'm correct, on Tuesday. And then we've got some other stuff that's fun and coming, and you can check it out at untoldstoriesproject.com. So yeah, again, thanks everybody for being here. We're really excited about this game, and we'll see you here next week at 7 o'clock for more Order of the Penrose Triangle. Take care.
Bye.